Welcome back to Outnumbered. ObamaCare facing its next big test today. It's the first deadline of the 2015 enrollment season. Sign-ups run through mid-February, but anyone who wants to get a health plan starting the first of the year needs to enroll by midnight Pacific time. Meantime, House Oversight Committee Chairman Darrell Issa wants more from Obamacare architect Jonathan Gruber. He put him on the hot seat on Capitol Hill last week. And now ICE is issuing a subpoena for all of Gruber's documents and communications with government employees related to his work on the Affordable Care Act. Andrea, do both of these things hurt, I guess, hurt Obamacare? They've been out in the malls trying to hump enrollments, right? They could have just had a slogan that said, humping it, pushing it. Yeah. They could have had a slogan, not as craptastic as last year, and more people would have signed up. But the critical thing with what you've been talking about a lot is the Supreme Court case that will be heard next year and what Gruber has said and how that plays into that.
That's right. Look, Dagan, I think it's great that Darrell Issa is getting more information. I would love to see him asked if he knows Nancy Pelosi, has met with President Obama, because a lot of Democrats denied him. So ask those questions. Ask if he'll be giving the money back. Push him on that like they did the other day. But again, there's only one question that matters, and that is that you in that video, Jonathan Gruber? You're under oath reminded of that. Did you say, in fact, that you set up intentionally the law so that states would be forced into taking those exchanges? You need to nail him and pin him down on that. You need to get him on video so that Justice Roberts and the others can see that and influence that Supreme Court decision. It is the only way to unravel Obamacare. All the other stuff about him thinking we're stupid doesn't matter.
All right, and I would piggyback off of that with something that we saw happening at the House Oversight hearing. Remember the HHS representative from Medicaid, who sat next to Jonathan Gruber, although they didn't want her to. They wanted them to have a separate table or a separate hearing. Marilyn Tabner was asked specifically, if the Supreme Court finds positively, based on what Andrea just said, are you warning people who are signing up now so they can get ready that they might not be able to apply for the credits, the subsidies in those 37 states that the Supreme Court finds against the subsidies program? Are you warning people that their health care could be in jeopardy, or it could cost a whole lot more than what it is? She didn't want to answer that question. They asked it several different ways. Finally, the record was, no, she's not. Didn't feel it necessary.
The Democrats don't have a plan, but do the Republicans have a plan moving up to the Supreme Court, hearing this and the decision coming down?
I don't even know if the Republicans have a plan as far as an alternative goes yet. They're still not presenting a solid alternative to Obamacare. I think it's really interesting, though, the lengths they've had to go through to sell this. I mean, you were talking before about trying to get people going into these malls. Enroll America made 75,000 calls, hold 600 events to try to push enrollment. If Obamacare was so great, do you really think they would need to go to those lengths, or would this product already have been selling itself? The true test of the legacy of Obamacare, is it going to be the costs? How much people, did it save people money? It's not going to be about how many people enroll. It's going to be about how happy they are with the product ultimately. Do they stay? And do they hold this administration accountable for higher costs and other lower quality of care and other things?
Yeah, in the military, we used to say you can polish a turd all you want. It's still a turd. That's exactly what this is. And there are plans on the right. The Ovik Roy at the Manhattan Institute, there are plans. The left loves to say they don't exist. They're there.
But they don't articulate them.
That goes back to Harris's poo brownie story.
Oh, no.
On that note.